Mauricio Umansky photographed with RHOC's Elizabeth Lin Vargas. In case you were wondering who Mauricio Umansky has been hanging out with lately, it seems an alum from the world of the Real Housewives has been photographed with the real estate mogul. That's right, Mauricio shared that he's been out and about with the Real Housewives of Orange County alum, Elizabeth Lin Vargas. The twosome ran into one another during the recent Stagecoach 2025 festival. Mauricio, who is currently separated from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Kyle Richards, reshared a photo of himself bumping into Elizabeth while at the festival, which takes place in Indio, California, every year. Inside Mauricio Umansky's 2025 trip to Stagecoach Festival. The event was a bit of a family affair for Mauricio, as Kyle was also in attendance. Their daughters, Alexia Umansky and Sophia Umansky, as well as Farrah Brittany Al-Jafri, were also on hand for the big event, where their family member, Paris Hilton, also performed. When he wasn't running into Elizabeth, Mauricio was spending quality time with his daughters. He even drove out to the event with Alexia, sharing a selfie of them sitting in a car. Road trip, he captioned the Instagram story taken over the weekend. Elizabeth Lin Vargas' connection to another Real Housewives ex-husband. In 2024, Elizabeth was spotted hanging out with Jim Bellino, the ex-husband of Alexis Bellino. Elizabeth and Jim made headlines last October when they spotted together. They each later denied they were dating. Jim Bellino is a very smart, sophisticated man who loves to golf. We had a meal together. End of story. OC loves the drama, but sorry, nothing to report here. Fake news, Elizabeth reportedly shared to her social media at the time briefing on Bravo. Jim also denied anything romantic was happening between them on Instagram, writing at the time, "No, we're not dating." End of conversation. Kyle Richards addresses Mauricio Umansky's partying post-split. Post-separation, Mauricio has also been spending time with his longtime friend, Paul P.K. Kemsley, who is currently separated from Dorit Kemsley, and she recently filed for divorce, as well as other members of his inner circle. During the RHOBH Season 14 reunion, Kyle addressed Mauricio's active social life in the time since their 2023 split. "It makes me think that's one of the reasons we're not together, actually. I don't like to go out and party like that," Kyle said about Mauricio's partying. "So when I see that, I'm like, when we were in our 20s, it was great, 30s too, but now I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, let our daughters go." Mauricio Umansky, Elizabeth Lin Vargas, and a Stagecoach surprise. In the golden sun-soaked desert of Indio, California, the Stagecoach Festival had always been a wild, twangy intersection of country music and celebrity sightings. But in 2025, it became something more, something Bravo fans couldn't stop talking about. For amid the dust clouds and denim, Mauricio Umansky, estranged husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards, was photographed with none other than Real Housewives of Orange County alum Elizabeth Lin Vargas. The moment didn't go unnoticed. Fans were quick to screen grab the photo Mauricio had reshared to his Instagram story, a sun-drenched snapshot of the two smiling in the crowd, drinks in hand, Stetsons tilted just right. But it wasn't just the photo. It was the timing, the location, and the history that had Bravo Nation buzzing. Mauricio was separated. Elizabeth was no stranger to tabloid speculation, and Stagecoach had long been known for unexpected run-ins and secret rendezvous. But this felt different. A country music collision. Mauricio and Elizabeth had bumped into each other near the main stage, according to insiders who spotted them laughing during Lainey Wilson's set. One witness swore they were dancing together during a particularly fiery rendition of Watermelon Moonshine. Another claimed Mauricio couldn't stop smiling. When asked by a Bravo digital reporter on site if he and Elizabeth had planned to meet, Mauricio simply replied, "It was a surprise, but a good one. We've known of each other for a while, just never crossed paths in person like this." Elizabeth offered her own cryptic take in a since-deleted Instagram caption: Desert Magic, Unexpected Friends, #Stagecoach 2025. The post sparked immediate fan theories. Were they just friends? Was this another Bravo crossover couple in the making? But things got more complicated from there. The Richards family reunion, sort of. Adding more intrigue to the encounter was the fact that Kyle Richards was also at Stagecoach. Not just Kyle, but her daughters Alexia Umansky, Sophia Umansky, and Farrah Brittany Alchafree, along with cousin Paris Hilton, who stunned festival-goers with a surprise DJ set. Though Mauricio and Kyle have publicly emphasized their separation is amicable, Kyle had her own opinion when asked by an onlooker if she knew Mauricio and Elizabeth were chatting. Kyle looked surprised, the source said, but she didn't say anything negative, just gave a little smile and turned back to her friends. Privately, it was a different story. Later that weekend, Kyle reportedly vented to longtime pal Teddy Mellencamp during a private after-party hosted by Hilton. It's just like Mauricio to stumble into someone's arms and not even realize how it looks, Kyle allegedly said. And with Elizabeth, really? Flashbacks and foreshadowing. The photo with Elizabeth wasn't Mauricio's first brush with Bravo-fueled speculation. Since his separation from Kyle, he had been spotted out with various women, most notably at Cipriani in Beverly Hills and the opening of a luxury tequila bar in Aspen. But he always maintained he was just living his life. Kyle, on the other hand, had become more introspective. During the RHOBH Season 14 reunion, which had aired just weeks before Stagecoach, Kyle reflected on the split and Mauricio's social life. "It makes me think that's one of the reasons we're not together," she said. "I don't want to party all the time. I've done that. I'm in a different place." Mauricio, though, had defended himself in a confessional from the reunion, saying, "I'm not out every night. But when I do go out, it's because I want to feel like myself again. Being a husband, father, business owner, it's a lot. And now, I guess I just want to have fun again." Cue Stagecoach. Cue Elizabeth Lin Vargas. Elizabeth's web of Bravo ties. Elizabeth Lin Vargas wasn't exactly a stranger to Real Housewives drama or Real Housewives exes. Just last year, she'd made headlines when she was seen dining with Jim Bellino, ex-husband of RHOC alum Alexis Bellino. Both denied anything romantic was happening. Jim Bellino is a very smart, sophisticated man who loves to golf. "We had a meal together." End of story, Elizabeth had posted to her social media. Fake news. Jim had echoed the sentiment. "No, we are not dating." End of conversation, he wrote. Still, fans noticed a pattern. Elizabeth seemed to have a gravitational pull toward Bravo's high-profile ex-husbands. And now here she was again, this time with Mauricio. PK, Dorit, and the desert double take. As if one Real Housewives entanglement wasn't enough, Mauricio was also spotted earlier in the weekend hanging with longtime friend Paul PK Kemsley. PK had been staying under the radar since Dorit Kemsley officially filed for divorce last month. Both men were photographed backstage at Stagecoach wearing matching cowboy boots, holding red Solo cups. "They were having the time of their lives," said one onlooker. PK even joked that he and Mo were the desert divorcees. The duo's appearance wasn't just for laughs. Mauricio and PK are reportedly working on a Bravo-adjacent digital project focused on real estate, fatherhood, and starting over. Tentatively titled New Keys, the show is in early development with Peacock. Still, Kyle wasn't thrilled. In a recent SiriusXM interview following the festival, she said, "I think it's interesting how quickly some people move on. It's not about jealousy, it's about respect." When asked if she was referring to Mauricio and Elizabeth's photo, she replied, "I'm not saying names, but some things don't need to be a story." Back in Beverly Hills and the OC, after Stagecoach wrapped, Mauricio returned to Beverly Hills, but the chatter hadn't died down. He was seen meeting with business partners at the agency and later grabbing dinner at Craig's. TN's paparazzi caught up with him outside the restaurant. "Are you dating Elizabeth Lin Vargas?" a reporter shouted. Mauricio chuckled. "She's a great person. That's all I'm gonna say." When asked if he'd talk about it on RHOBH, he smiled again. "If I'm on the next season, maybe." Over in Orange County, Elizabeth posted a photo of herself on the beach, captioned, "The ocean knows secrets it won't tell." Fans flooded the comments. "Are you dating Mauricio? Bravo, crossover queen. Kyle's not gonna like this." Elizabeth didn't reply. Reunion fallout and future speculation. According to insiders, Kyle and Mauricio are now officially finalizing the terms of their separation. A source close to the couple shared, Kyle has accepted that Mauricio is going to do what he wants. But it still hurts. They were married for almost 3 decades. Their daughters have reportedly remained neutral. Alexia, in particular, is close to both parents and was seen enjoying time with Mauricio at Stagecoach, even posing in several TikToks. But fans noticed she wasn't anywhere near when he ran into Elizabeth. Meanwhile, Dorrit Kemsley took to Instagram after the festival with a cryptic post of her own. "Some things are better left unexplained."